So, man, this is a tough one. Me and my boy were talking. Yeah, you knew about Charlie Kirk. This mofo was crying. How tragic the death of Charlie Kirk. But, bro, the world can't expect us to mourn a wicked man's death. It just can't. So he and I are going back and forth, and we love each other dearly. I'm not a hold back kind of mofo. So we're going at it. And he stops and he says, Richard, did you even know Charlie Kirk? Now, of course, that's an unfair argument or way to win an argument because he knew I didn't know Charlie, but I know the fruit of Charlie. Here's where we got to break it down from there. And in general, I've lived by this rule my entire life. It's a 90-second rule, but usually you can boil it down to about 9 seconds. It's stop, it's watch, it's decide. And ultimately, that's how you get to the fruit test. Because screaming without receipts doesn't just lose the debate, it loses the relationships. And there's a lot of valuable relationships in my life that I don't want to lose over an idiot like Charlie Kirk. Now, here's the play. 30 seconds, balls. Just take a breath. 30 seconds to look for a pattern. Not just one clip, but what's the pattern? What's the consistent message? Then you got to make a choice, my man. You got to call it out, call in, or call it a day. So here's some checklist stuff to look at. Give it some context. What's the pattern? Can you explain it in 30 seconds? If not, you don't have receipts. You just got raved. Now, I'm going to be honest. Charlie, to me, is real clean cut. It's real obvious. His language, his logic, and his listeners tell me all I need to know about his fruit. And, of course, if you agree with me, I want you to comment in the comments, why do you agree with me about that logic? I mean, I got quote after quote after quote after quote that is just off the rails racist. His language was diabolical. It was violent. It was full of hate, sentiments of destruction. But I want to know what your logic is. And when you listen to Charlie Kirk, I want to know what you become as you listen to Charlie Kirk. So I encourage you, prove me wrong, prove me right. I don't care. Show me something different in the comments. Let's raise the bar. This is Richard Thomas with a promise, and today's promise is this. If you pause for 90 seconds, even 9 seconds, you can keep the power and win the room. I'm inviting 1,000 Charlie Kirk fans to follow me, to make sense of the logic that he presented to the world, and show me through your friendship that you're not a racist piece of, well, but that we can find some common ground. Because in general, my pipeline is Don James, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick. These are the people that are in my coaching tree, and it's the logic that I talk. I talk about personal accountability. I talk about systems. I talk about cultural. So all the things that we should be able to agree on are things that will empower this conversation. But there's some elements of Charlie that if you listen real close, he's real clear about where he comes from. His language is violent. It's full of hate, it's full of receipts that indicate that he judged people by the color of their skin and not by the content of their character. It's real clear that his logic goes from argument that just can't be cause and effect. It's real clear by his listeners, a high percentage of which are jumping off with violence in their hearts and violence on their what harm they want to do to them. It's not us versus them. Baby, we're one nation, one family, and we got to get back to that. And I want to know, how do we find that road when we so vehemently disagree on a person like Charlie? Come on, follow me, and let's create dialogue that empowers you and empowers me and empowers others along this journey.